Hey guys, and welcome to the September 2020 Energetic Insights. And those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Depika Mystery, and it has been a year now since I've been sharing these energetic insights on a month by month basis. And it's really geared up for those of you guys that are becoming more and more consciously aware of your intuitive and energetic abilities and are looking for some practical guidance to help you to navigate your way through. So that sounds like you. Welcome, you're here at the right place. So, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that I've been doing this for a year. It started off with something that was just going to be for fun, something let me just try it out, let me test it out. But thanks to all of you guys that have been watching this, have been commenting, have been sharing, telling me how valuable you have found it and how much you've gained from it, the insights and the tools and the techniques that I've been sharing. So thank you so much. Because of you guys, I'm still doing this. So, and it's such an honor that I can just share this and help you to navigate your way through, especially in the times that we're living in at the moment. So, without further ado, let's go into what September is looking like for us. So, there is this generic kind of activation energy that is moving through September. So a number of different things are going to be activated. And if you want to look at it in a different way, things that were once sleeping is awakening in that sense. And there is things are going to be materializing in the physical world much quicker than they have done in the past. So before I go into the themes of September, I just want to go back and revisit August. As always, I do feel that a lot of the past themes are going to continue, especially for the next 3 months. More to the end of the year, I kind of see June, July and August, the themes of all three of those months continuing quite significantly up until the end of the year. So one of the themes for August was this theme around defensive triggers. And this was really about an opportunity for you to really unearth your hidden patterns and old programmings that was causing your defense mechanisms to be activated and you to be triggered. And by going through that process with a bit more of a conscious awareness, you're able to kind of release a lot of that programming that it's not going to serve you going forward. There was another theme also around conscious creation, and this one is going to be fairly linked into one of the themes this month. And this is really about practicing the art of consciously creating in the present moment, not from your past, not from your past life, but right now in this moment with the person that you are right now, but the person that you were before 3 months ago, 6 months ago, but the person that you are today. So, and that's going to be very relevant to one of the themes in September. And also I mentioned in August, there's this expansion of light and an ongoing expansion. And really, this is going to be still very key for you to stand super strong in your own light and in your own truth as well. And really harness that feeling and really ground that into the earth. So, the first theme for September is called The Future is Not Set. Let me repeat that again. The future is not set and it's yet to be determined. So one of the things that I saw for this is that there are many different timelines. The timelines are constantly changing based on what we are doing right now, what you are doing, what I am doing, and what the collective is doing as a whole. Our actions today is changing our timelines for tomorrow. So it's really, let me rephrase that. So it's our actions that we take today is going to create the future for tomorrow. And so therefore it's not set. And so those of you guys that have got this tendency of constantly kind of mapping out, okay, if this happens, or that happens, I'll do this. So you're kind of stuck in your brain, mapping out all the different possibilities for the future and what are the best possible outcomes that you can get and the rest of it. If you're one of those guys, I urge you to take a step back, because a lot of your energy and a lot of your time is going to go into that. And your time and your energy will be better used if you were to kind of focus on this present moment, be mindful and catching yourself when you go into that programming of kind of mapping out the future and what the potential things are going to be like and what the good, what's bad, and what you can do. That is a safety mechanism that you have in there to keep yourself in control. And if you do want to stay in control, the best thing that you can do is refocus your intention and really come back to consciously creating in the present moment. What do you want for your future? And what can you do right now in this moment to create that future that you want? Okay, so what do you want for your future? And what can you do right now to create that future? So this is really going to put a lot of focus on putting some emphasis and becoming more and more consciously aware about what actions are you taking today. And actions looking at your thought patterns and really checking in with yourself and saying, right, is this in alignment with my heart? Is this in alignment with my soul? Am I in alignment with what I've come here to do? Am I in alignment of creating the future that I want? If the answer is no, and I think for many of us it's going to be no on a very different levels. In some cases it's going to be yes, in other cases it's going to be a big fat no. So what you really want to do is have a look to say, okay, so what is the benefit am I getting out of it for it staying the same? For me, continue the way that I'm continuing, and just kind of, it's almost like putting where the ostrich kind of puts its head in the sand. It kind of looks like that energetically. So many of us are, whether we want to admit it or not, we're fearful, we're afraid to take a step that might be the wrong step. And what I'm trying to say to you is that there is no wrong step, right? As long as you're consciously creating and you're present with it. So that is the key thing around that. And often when we are not in alignment and we continue doing the same thing over and over and over again, there is some sort of secondary benefit behind that. So one of the things that I do urge you to do is have a look and ask yourself, so what am I getting out of staying where I am? What am I getting out of being where I am right now? What am I getting out of putting my head in the sand? And what is it that what am I afraid of? What am I afraid to let go of? And what part of me am I afraid to let go of? So that is another area that you can have a look at. And finally, one of the other things is that when you are consciously creating from now, be mindful and check in with yourself to see exactly where are you creating from. You know, are you creating from a clean version of you? And what I mean by that is, are you creating from a wounded part of you, a part of you that is traumatized, a part of you that is a victim and wants revenge, you know, part of you that feels that there's been injustice done to you, so you want to get the justice that you feel that you deserve. Be mindful in terms of where you might be creating from. What you really want to do is get into a place where you can create from a space which has this really pure essence behind it, which will come from when you are really truly in alignment with yourself, your heart and your soul. And some of you guys, I can hear it. It's like some of you guys, well, how do I do that? What am I meant to do? I don't know what else I can do, but what I'm doing right now is creating space for yourself and having moments of quiet time and asking yourself, you know, am I in alignment with my heart? Am I in alignment with my soul? And you might think those questions are not that powerful, but if you sit with them and hold space for whatever might come through, it could be a sensation, it could be a voice, it could be an image, it could be someone saying something. There's so many different signs. But until you are quiet and standing still, you're not going to be able to see those signs. So remember, the future is not set and it's yet to be determined, and it's your actions that you take today that's going to determine your future tomorrow. So really, really remember that. Okay, let's move on to theme number 2. And this theme is, and I wrote about this a post just the other day, and this theme is really getting clear about knowing your energy. So theme 2 is know your energy. And what's happening is that, as I mentioned in August, we have been going through this massive expansion. So our senses have been expanding at speeds that we've never experienced in this lifetime. So for many of us, it's going to feel incredibly overwhelming. And all we want to do is hide underneath the duvet. And the reason for the speed and this intensity is that there's a greater influx of higher frequencies that are frequencies of energy that is flooding our planet at the moment. So what this means is that when we expand, we have to kind of recalibrate ourselves as well. So maybe we are this big at the moment, and when we expand, we become this big. So it's almost like we've got to become aware of the new space that we're occupying. And if we're not aware of the new space that we're occupying, then what we are opening ourselves up to is an energy leak, or attracting things into our energy field that doesn't belong to us, and therefore can drain us, can make us go into absolute tailspins. So when we expand, it's like being able to expand our energy management. So instead of managing our energy at this level, we're managing our energy at this level and our boundaries at this level. So remember, that's what's going on. So you have to kind of increase your awareness of your energy management and your boundary management. Because when you don't have those things in place, it's going to be very easy for you to absorb energies that does not belong to you. And when that happens, it can send you into a wild tailspin, because what happens is that it kind of feels like it's your energy, and there may be a part of that energy, which is true. So if you're someone that suffers from a bit of anxiety and you've expanded, what you might be doing is attracting people or attracting energies that have high levels of anxiety. So when your anxiety and that anxiety energy mixes in, it explodes it up, and then that can send you off into a tailspin. But the truth is, it's only a small element of that is yours, and the rest of it's the energy that you've picked up around you. So if you don't have your boundary management in place or your energy management in place, you're not going to have that level of awareness to do something about it, and you're going to take it as if it's your own energy. And it's the same is true for the energy of fear, the energy of depression. There's this energy of nervousness, and there's also it's an undercurrent energy of feeling powerlessness. So you feel that there is a lack of hope, there is nothing that you can do. So you're kind of drowning and you're going down in a spiral. So it can also feel like that. So one of the key things is that you can always ask yourself, is this energy mine? Does this energy belong to me? And if the answer is yes, then you can also ask, is all of this energy belonging to me? And if the answer is still yes, then it's for you to actually practice really energy clearing techniques to kind of shift the energy and be present with it. And I've got some tools that I'll go through in a second with you, and things that you can do to help you through the process. And if the energy isn't yours, again, it's like, okay, if this is not mine, let me clear it. And then you can detach yourself from it. So if there's an energy of anxiety, you can say, well, actually, that anxiety isn't mine. I think I might have picked that up along when I spoke to these friends that were really anxious, etc., etc. And I think we're all going to be amplifying different types of energies unless we become really consciously aware of it, because it's in our surroundings at the moment. It's in the wider world, it's in the collective. There is a massive energy of anxiety, fear, depression, nervousness, and a powerlessness as well. So just be mindful, and it does exist in us as well, in ourselves. So be mindful of what's yours and what's not yours, and that's going to help you to kind of navigate your way through. So here are some tools in which you can practice to help you with this. Number one, be present. The more present you are, the more aware you are of your own energy and your surroundings, the more you're going to be able to navigate through and not pick up on those energies, to actually recognize, oh, actually, I'm in a situation right now where there's a bunch of people that are feeling depressed. Oh, I've just walked past something and, oh, there's an energy of depression or hopelessness around here. Okay, that's not mine. So at least that way you've become more conscious in your waking life of what's going on energetically as well. The other thing that's going to really help you is to really be present and fully embody your body. And this is going to link to the next theme. Many of us are not fully inhibiting our bodies. There's aspects of ourselves that are kind of checked out of our bodies and floating just outside of our bodies. So there's something that you can actually do about that if this is something that resonates with you. The other thing is to be honest with yourself. Many of us, it's one of the hardest things for us to do is to be honest with ourselves. We get caught up in our stories, our different narratives to prove our worth, to prove our narratives, to make sure that they're true, that we totally forget to be honest with ourselves. So one of the key things is you can just sit and say, how can I be a bit more honest with myself today? Where was I dishonest with myself today? And just do that as a reflection exercise. So then you can actually then work towards becoming more honest with yourself. The other thing is 2 different practices that you can do, which is increasing your grounding practice and also increasing your energy clearing practice. Those 2 things are really going to support you as you kind of expand, become aware of your expansion, and then build new boundaries and build new energy management systems in place so that you can manage yourself a little bit better. Also, go ahead and seek support from a therapist, from a coach, from an energy healer. I think many of us are seeking support from our friends, which is great, but also be mindful you'll be exchanging things. So you want to seek support where someone can actually hold a clean space for you, and that will help activate you and upgrade you a little bit quicker and easier. So just know that there's different ways of doing it, and it's not just seeking support from your friends. That is one way, but there are also other ways of doing this. And I'll come to this one in a bit in the next theme. There's something called soul retrieval, which I'll cover a little bit in the next theme. And finally, please be kind to yourself. The kinder you are to yourself, the more you are going to be willing to explore and go and see what's actually going on with your energy. Okay, let's move on to the third theme. The third theme is, I've called it create space for integration. September, I feel, is going to be like, there's been so much that has been going on, and there's some space in September where you can sit with yourself and start to integrate all the things that you've learned over the last couple of months, all the things that have come up for you over the last couple of months. For some of you guys, you've been getting downloads and new information, you've been getting a heightened sense of awareness, you've been exploring your new energetic gifts, or you've uncovered traumas and wounds that you never knew existed, or patterns of yourself that that were hidden for a long time. This is the time to really start to integrate those aspects, the things that you've discovered, uncovered, and start to integrate it. And for many of you guys, this is going to be working with your inner child. So there's a great opportunity here to do a lot of inner child work. And if you're not sure about that and you're looking for support on that, I'll come to that at the end of this, because there's something that I'll be doing as part of a group work that can actually help you. So the inner child is an absolutely beautiful, it's an aspect of ourselves, and it's a very beautiful, creative aspects of ourselves that often as we were growing up, where it didn't get the attention that it needed, never got heard. So there's a beautiful space being created here where we can really call in that inner child and start to work with it and integrate with it. And this also links to those of you guys that have suffered some sort of traumas, whether it's a birth trauma, something from past lives, something from ancestors, or something like even if you had an accident and a part of yourself left your body. There's a beautiful energy here at the moment in September, which is going to support you of really calling back that aspect of yourself, which we, in energetic terms, we call it soul retrieval. So calling that aspect of yourself back so that you become more a whole version of yourself, so you're more present in your own energy. Again, all of these themes are linking in, so when you're more integrated, you're going to be more present, and more of you is going to be embodying more of you. So if there's a part of you that's checked out, there's also a gap there, a hole for something else to kind of occupy that space if you're not occupying it. And the other thing about this integration is that the more integrated that we are within ourselves and more aware we are with the different aspects of ourselves that might be in conflict, it's that conflict within us that creates the divide within us. And it's the divide within us that is creating the divide that's out in the outer world. So it's almost, there's what's going on in the outer world is also a reflection of what's going on within ourselves, and what's going on within ourselves is a reflection of what's going on outside of us. So this integration is going to be key. So the more you integrate it, the less divided that you are, the less conflicted that you are. So this is going to be really, really key for those of you that have really significantly expanded, but it's going to bring you more of you. And I think, deep down, if I sit back and have a look and really feel into it, what we're really yearning for is to be ourselves and to be wholly ourselves. And this, creating space for integration is going to help us to get there. So let's move on to the last and final theme for September. And this is an interesting one. I was just writing down and I heard this voice says, write down the words curveball, expect the unexpected. So I'm just like, I have absolutely no idea what this means or what's going to happen. But really what I'm seeing for the end of September is almost like, I forgot what they're called, but there's an Australian wooden thing. It's not a kangaroo. I forgot what it's called. It's one of those wooden things that you will throw and it comes back to you. So it's almost like a curveball that's coming back to you. And I'm going to really laugh at myself because a word of the actual thing has just completely gone from my mind. And no, it's not a kangaroo, but it's something I think it's a toy from Australia, I think. Oh gosh, I'm digging a really big hole for myself here. Okay, so moving back to what I'm seeing for the end of September around this curveball. And it's really going to require us to really surrender, right? And really remember that we are more than a human form. So this curveball is not necessarily negative. It feels like a positive one. However, for some of us, it might feel negative because it's going to jolt us in ways that we've been still sleeping and it's going to wake us up. So the more clear we are on our intentions of what we want for ourselves and where we want to go in life, and the more we are believing in ourselves, trusting in ourselves, our higher selves, our guides, and really, really connecting with the truth that's within us, this curveball is really going to support us in a very positive way. So just be mindful there's a curveball coming. And in all respects, it's a beautiful curveball. And for some people, it's going to bring a lot of all the past stuff, the things that have been going on for 2020. It's going to really wrap it up, and it's going to be like a gift for them. For some of you guys that are still waking up, that needs that extra little bit of kick, it's going to give you the kick. So this curveball is like whatever it is that you're needing. It may not be necessarily what you want, but what you need that is beyond your human form, what you need for in terms of your spiritual growth, you're going to receive that. So this is what that curveball is about. So in aspects, it is going to be positive, but for some people, it's going to feel like it's not so positive. So I still don't have the word of what that toy is, but anyway, we're going to leave that there. So I really, really hope that you have enjoyed the September energetic insights. And once again, I can't thank you guys enough for following these videos, for commenting on them, for sharing how it's helped you in private messages to me. I am so honored and I appreciate it so very much. So once again, if you've enjoyed this video, please do comment, please do like, please do share with your friends, your families and your colleagues. And for each of you guys that share this month of September, because it's the first anniversary of the Energetic Insights, but also I'm turning 40 at the end of the month. So I am doing some giveaways. So if you share this video and tag me in it, I will put you into the draw for the giveaways. And at the moment, there are 4 giveaways. And there are going to be 2 giveaways for the October Energetic Alignment, which is my group series. And there's going to be 2 one-to-one personal energetic guidance, which is a 30-minute session with me, and I'll be giving you an intuitive reading. So there are 4 giveaways. There may be some more coming up in the month, but that's that at the moment. So please do go ahead and share this and tag me in it. And also, those of you guys that are looking for additional support, I am running the September Energetic Alignment Series on the 6th, the 13th, and the 20th of September. There's already 7 of us that are in this group at the moment, and I feel, just based on what I sense for this month, that we're going to focus on the integration bit. So really working with your inner child, calling back and integrating all the various different aspects of yourself so that you're a more fuller version of yourself. So if that is really appealing to you, go ahead and sign up for that. You still got up until the 4th of September to sign up for that. So thank you once again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next month. And if you have any comments or any questions that you have, feel free to comment below. All right, take care and bye for now.